Hello. Hey, how's everyone? Hey, Sarah. Hey, Raleigh. Hey, Dave. So, here we go. We have another night of bullshit and laughing. So, last night wasn't really funny, was it? Hey, license. So, to make a long story short, hey, Jess Ruby. To make a long story short, we had Robbie stand up for what was right, as hard as it was for him to do so. Okay, he had to stand up over Nikki's, and he actually stood up and told the truth. All right, for lack of a better term. Did he get angry over at Nikki's? Absolutely. Did he say things that he didn't mean? Probably. All right. But there has also been some false accusations made. We had trolls coming in to Nikki's chat saying all sorts of nasty things. And the mods over there, including me, hey, what you Nicole? And us mods were pretty busy either kicking you out of chat for the night or banning you. All right. And Retro made one of the worst comments. One of the most idiotic comments. Something I'd expect from her. She's done it before. She decided to mock someone's essay. She did it to Nikki. So she decides to do it to Robbie. What a disgusting pig she is. Isn't she? What a disgusting excuse for a human being. And then she cries. But Robbie said this and Robbie said that. Because you're the one that instigates the whole problem, Retro. That's why. Did you ever hear the old saying, shut the fuck up? And but she sits there and she says the most vile things, gets just as vile of a response, and then she cries the victim. I do too, Witchy Nicole, I'm very proud of Robbie for coming out with his truth and showing how hard it is. But as I said last night, I heard Natasha sitting there making excuses for people who, the perpetrators of SA. All right. She says, oh, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner due to Robbie's so-called lifestyle. In my opinion, that's the same as telling a female your skirt is too short. Or shaming another person, saying they flirted with the person. No means no. I'm sorry. When someone says no, that means no. I don't care how many people you slept with. I don't care if you're decided to put on makeup that day. All right? I don't care. No means no. What do these idiots don't understand? And then Natasha says it all in another way, try not to be offensive about the topic. What the crime of SA really is, it's not about sex. It's about power. It's about humiliation. It's about degradation. All right? And all I heard last night over there was double standards, excuses. And I got pretty ticked off. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to anybody. Young, old, middle-aged. Doesn't matter what your lifestyle is. Doesn't matter what your gender is. Nobody deserves that. I don't care who you are. So to have a whole chat of nutty people cheering, that's pretty friggin' disgusting. All right? That is just downright low. Me too, Raleigh, but statistics say most perpetrators don't do that. All right? And it was very disappointing yesterday. All right, listening to this shit show that she put on. Just because Robbie didn't take her side. In this whole drama on YouTube. What do you expect? Robbie is his own person. All right. For maybe, what was it? 2 weeks now, a week and a half. Robbie hasn't come to my channel, hasn't come to Nikki's. He kept himself out of it because let's be real. He was friends with Natasha. He was friends with Nikki. Hey, Lycan. Hey, Jamie. He was friends with Siren, of all people. And he sat there in silence. He's 71. He sat there in silence, listening to all the lies, all the bullshit. He saw everything Siren was doing, everything Natasha was doing, everything Missy K was doing, and he just went off and said, "This is wrong." All right. So Natasha gets upset, in my opinion, because Robbie doesn't take her side. Why would that be? Perhaps because she's in the wrong? Let's see here. Let's go down memory lane for a second. All right. One night, she decided to go back to her old tricks. Correct? Everyone saw it. She decided to put up a photo of Jamie here. She decided to do that. And Jamie wasn't even going at her. Since she's been back. Jamie didn't do a damn thing to her. So she decides to upload a photo of his junk and decides to critique it again. Because guess what? She can't drag someone without going low like that. That's just how I view it. But according to some in her chat, they were cheering it on. And even Siren decided to get up on Natasha's panel right after that was over and decided to talk about his pickle. And wanted to compare it to wanted Amber to compare it to Jamie here's to Jamie's. You know, it was like, did you just say that, Siren? That was what went through my mind. And he wonders why I shit tested him. He was acting like this over at Natasha's. He was doing other things. And I, for lack of a better word, saw other signs. Three people failed a shit test. Twice. Yeah, we're going to move on to another topic. All right, Jamie. So, today, over at Natasha's, or what she said last night, this was the last night she was ever going to cover this. Surprise, she lied. So she had a come on over here. Everyone was invited stream this afternoon. And guess who decided to hop on her panel? CJ. Of all people. 4 days ago, she did a live dragging her, calling her a scammer. And she's over on Natasha's panel kissing her ass. Interesting. So, they were discussing rules for this community. Rules. Unwritten rules that's been sort of in place since I got here. Because, okay, we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. All right. This is part of what she talked about today. All right. So, she actually talked about that. And she accused Glenn of doing that, Jamie. Not Robbie. That was Glenn. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like that either. I don't like that either. Now, if you actually listen to this afternoon's live, you would actually think that Natasha was being reasonable. All right. She said, no making sock puppets of dead relatives, people's children. I actually agree with that. I actually agree with some of Natasha's rules, which were in place since I got here. But here's the thing. Does anyone follow these rules? Does anyone follow these rules? As I named my stream for tonight, rules for others and not for me. Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. If we did that shit, we'd be vilified, and rightfully so. If we actually did this shit, and then Natasha said, no go in real life. Hasn't that been an unwritten rule in this community for like forever? But does anyone follow that rule? But Natasha said that and I laughed. All right. You want to know why I laughed? Because a few minutes later, she admitted she went real life. She went real life on Robbie. Did everyone know that? She said that she contacted the district attorney's office in Robbie's criminal matter and sent screenshots of Robbie's activities on YouTube. So that isn't that considered real life, Natasha? So you're telling people not to go real life on people, but you're the one going real life. You're the one going real life on someone when you're sitting there going real life on someone. How are we as a community supposed to take you seriously? Hey, Sizzle. How are we supposed to take you seriously when you went real life on someone and then say a few minutes before, don't go real life on anyone? What is it? You're trying to impose rules on people, but you don't have to follow them because you're Natasha Cooper? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Because I actually agreed with some of the things you were saying tonight until I realized the hypocrisy of it all. Of course, she did Enchanted. She always goes real life on someone. It's all about me, 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 me. I'm friggin' sick of it. So what is she trying to what are you trying to accomplish, Natasha? And then you go double down on your lie, Natasha, that I beat my mommy. I challenge you, Natasha. Why don't you prove your accusation for once? Prove it. If you think you know it all, post your proof. Because I know you won't be able to prove it. An assault charge doesn't equate. All right? Because assault can mean many different things under the law. And you do true crime, Natasha. You should know that. You should know that, Natasha. Yeah, she was, Queen. She was cuddling up to CJ today. And then CJ had the nerve to say, oh, Bill gets everything wrong. Oh, really, CJ? Well, I'll just point this out, CJ. You have a loyalty problem. You're loyal to no one except yourself. You only care about yourself. You sit there and you sit there and you call Natasha a scammer, which she actually is, in my opinion. But you're one too. You sat there and you forged a St. Jude's receipt. You sat there and you got money to get your teeth fixed and you just pocketed the money anyway. Must I go on, CJ? Must I go on and on? So the rules were basically simple common sense morals. All right. Don't make socks and alts on people's kids, dead relatives. I'm sure the decent people over here would not do that. And if one of my mods see that in my chat, or if I'm a mod somewhere, I'm not going to allow it. So that's a given. All right. Don't go after people's children. But Natasha has no problem going after people's kids. She has a long history of that. Don't you, Natasha? You have a long history of going after people's families. But then you're putting the stop to it. All right. How long do people think? All right. How long do people think this is going to last for? Natasha Cooper's putting her foot down and saying enough's enough. I'm here to entertain you. Let's have fun over here. Who buys that? Who buys that little narrative when she's on her stream contradicting herself? You can see why I'm critical of anything Natasha says these days. She lied about darling Nikki. She lies about me. She lies about Robbie. Just because Robbie didn't pick her over Nikki or Siren. So, how about this, Natasha? How about we stop bashing SA on here? We all know Retro and her crew like to do that. They like to make fun of people that got SA'd as children and call them liars. How about that rule? And that's perfectly moral. That's ethical. To stop doing that. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did that to Robbie. Just because you got mad at him? Hey, Shan. Okay, good night. What, Jamie? Yeah, here we are, Nikki. You know? Here we are. She's preaching to the choir. I'm not saying Nikki's perfect. Yes, she does get emotional. She does get pissed off. Is her memory perfect? No. I don't think anyone's memory on this platform is perfect. right? But sitting there claiming that you don't know someone or you don't remember someone is just outrageous, all right? She certainly remembers me because she actually says, "Oh, we used to have vegetable filters. Oh, yeah, you remember me, Natasha, don't you? I wasn't going to put up with your bullshit back then, and I'm not going to put up with your bullshit right now. All right? I'm not going to sit there and bow down to you and do whatever the hell you and do as you say." Okay? You got another thing coming. Yeah. She used it to her advantage, and it worked. And I'm going to say this, all right? I don't agree with everything Robbie does on this platform. Okay? I don't agree with everything that he says in a chat box. Sometimes he does go too far with his comments. Sometimes he goes too far with something he does. But do some of these bitches on here? Yeah, I said it. Bitches. Are they any better? Especially those people in Retro's chat. Hey, Nikki.
Bill, I think you're really behind in the comment.
I can't hear you. You got to turn it up or.
Bill, can you hear me?
You're a little low.
Okay, let me see if I can fix this. What do we got going on here? Hold on, sorry. I think you're behind in the comments, like really behind.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm just gonna check my mic. Um, microphone. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, perfect. You hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so my chat from where I'm at here on StreamYards, it's corresponding with YouTube. But I think what chat? What are you looking at? The comments. What's the comments you're looking at right now?
Oh, it's just my chat's moving real quick.
Oh, because it seemed like you were like behind, and I was like,
Oh, I'm way behind.
oh, okay. Because when you're talking, and then I was responding to you, as I'm sure everybody else was, I was like, oh, he's like, I don't know if you might get you might misunderstand some of our responses to what you're saying because you're responding to whatever, I don't know, wherever you're at in
I'm
your
back.
chat.
I'm back. I'm caught up. So, all right.
Okay, carry on. I'll just be here because I have no fucking life.
So, did you watch Natasha today with her hypocritical?
I want to confront you about something, Bill.
All right.
I'm gonna call you out. Did you just see that I wasn't perfect?
Yes, I did.
How dare you? How dare you? I am perfect. I thought everybody knew that. Bill, how dare you? I'm offended. Sorry, what were you? Okay. Okay, get serious here. What were you saying, Bill?
Nobody's perfect.
I mean, I am, but go on.
Nobody's perfect on here. And then she says, "Oh, I'm not innocent. I'm not innocent. Nobody is." And I says, "Duh, Natasha." What she's trying to do is her fake virtue signaling, saying
Yeah.
I done nothing wrong. And then she says, "Oh, I didn't make any money over the Gannon photos." She doesn't get the
Oh,
point. She doesn't get the point over the Gannon photos.
She was showing them, I believe, and that was bad enough.
I don't care if she made money on them or not. It's the point that she showed them on her Patreon.
Yeah, that was bad. That
The
was, I
point
mean, we
is,
saw Zav Girl got like a really, really bad backlash from that, but I think she's come back from that. Um, but yeah, it was pretty bad. And you know what's even worse? I can't confirm this. I don't know 100% fact, but I heard that Zav Girl actually was the one that foia them, and I don't know if Natasha did or not, or if she got them from Zav Girl. Either way, that was there's no reason to do that.
it doesn't matter in my mind if she made money off it or not. The point is, she did a stream with them and she exploited it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, either way, I mean, I don't believe that she didn't make money. I don't believe that. I firmly believe that she did. However, just the fact that she had them would have brought her attention and viewers and all of that. So I don't know if she was monetized at the time. I don't know any of that, but it certainly she benefited from it regardless.
Yeah, and even if she did, even if Natasha did give the money to missing and exploited children as she claimed, it doesn't make what she did right.
No, no. Is she going to give all the attention and all that shit that she got? No,
She
and
made the
I don't believe.
news for cripe's sakes. And
Sorry.
Zav Girl made the news.
Mm-hmm. Um, I think Zapdo did get the worst of it though. Am I okay, Wyoming? I thought so. She didn't pay for them. That's what I thought. 'Cause I remember at the time, some that was a subject of conversation between people, and that Zav girl. I don't know if it was paid. I don't know if you I don't know how the whole FOIA thing works. I don't know if you have to pay or whatever. But I know that
Yeah, you got
Zav
to pay
girl
by
was
the
the one.
page usually. By it's usually a quarter a page. But
Oh, okay.
even during the Gypsy Rose case, she made a FOIA request and never she just pocketed the money from her subs and
Well,
then she never picked up the documents.
well, from what I heard, and again, I could be wrong. I'm not American. I don't know how this works. But what I heard as far as the Gypsy Rose thing was that she told people that she needed when she needed money to get those all of the case files or whatever. And then she said she needed more because of it was 50 cents or whatever per page to be printed out. And then they later found out that she wouldn't have had to pay that if she would have just gotten them emailed like in a
Mm-hmm.
zip file or whatever. I'm not sure how that went, but I do remember hearing that. So it turns out that I believe, now I don't know, don't quote me on this, but from what I remember, people were saying that she did get them emailed, but she told people that she was paying for them to be printed.
Yeah, of course, of course. This is how. And then she got and then she did someone's tax refund and tried to pocket the money. She got arrested for that and was placed on probation.
She did more than one person's, but
Yeah.
she only got caught with that last one. That was the last person that she did it to. There were like two or three other women that she did do their taxes, and I think we can probably, figure out what happened there. Because if these women are young, like the one that she got charged with, they have no knowledge of how it all works. I remember being that age, in my early 20s, late teens, I didn't know anything about taxes. So this girl goes to her and trusts her, and she fucking totally and the whole. You know what makes me angers me about that is that whole fucking time that Natasha stole that girl's money, that girl was in need. She was going to Natasha basically groveling for fucking grocery money and loans, and even a birthday. I think I don't know if it was her birthday or her child's. Natasha's sitting out here acting like that. Whatever, it's in the past. It's no, but that is a big fucking deal.
Yeah, and then she sits there and says, "Oh, no one knows. It's just a rumor going around about the Gannon case and what happened." And says,
Look,
"I don't care if you made money on it or not. It's the way you presented it."
see Wyoming's comment.
And yeah,
So there you have it.
yeah, they both did it, but behind a paywall.
I don't remember Natasha speaking out back then saying she didn't make money off of it,
She did
but
it
now
behind a
she is.
paywall,
Yeah. Shocking.
and now she's pretending to be this moral woman.
Yeah. That's the funniest part of all of this is she's gonna sit up there and act like she's the fucking morality bureau, against everything else, everything, literally. And meanwhile, we're looking at a woman who's literally done the most ignorant shit to people, scamming, all of the things that she's done. And she's gonna point her fucking finger at anybody. She she made with this whole thing with Robbie and what he said about this child that doesn't exist, okay? Which was yes, probably it was in poor taste. However, what the fuck was she out here doing to Mrs. Portland? Mrs. Portland has the mentality of a child. Mrs. Portland does have documented intellectual disabilities. So why the fuck is it okay for her to do what she's doing to Mrs. Portland, but then be so outraged? Oh, let me tell you something. I don't believe Natasha gives one fuck about anyone's children. This is just something for her to virtue signal, say, look at me, I'm against this. I just don't believe that's my opinion. I don't think she gives a fuck. I mean, and again, keep in mind now she claims that that post that she made was about Robbie, right? Like everybody suspected. However, Robbie asked her and she said no. And she continued to be his friend after that. This is what she does. She'll keep these things in her back pocket. And whenever somebody turns on her, oh, here comes all this fucking shit. She's done it to everybody. Look, if you were so against him saying that about a child, Natasha, you would have fucking told him that. You didn't have to be publicly, but you would have said it to him in a private message. Robbie, you were fucking wrong for that. I've done it to him. He's done it to me.
Yeah, I even messaged him and said, I even messaged Robbie several times and says, "You're wrong here."
Yeah, you can do that as a friend. You can do that. It's okay. Robbie's not going to fucking tell you to fuck yourself unless he doesn't believe he's wrong. Then, yeah, he will. But so would everybody else.
Yeah,
But
he
he,
told me to go fuck off a few times.
well, I mean, you've said it to him too. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's fine. We've all, it's whatever. But he asked her directly, and she denied it to him. And now that it suits her narrative, now that it suits her to come out and say, "Oh, I was against it. It was wrong." Blah blah blah. Bitch, shut the fuck up. She's a hypocrite, okay, and she's a liar. And she's just sitting over there. I don't care if she says I'm a liar. I don't care. I'd like to see her prove that I'm a liar. I have yet to
Oh,
see that.
oh,
I don't watch her, but what?
Queen Cheese. She's no one to talk. This was the point of me having a live tonight, holding monthly
I'll hold
meetings.
nightly meetings on her bullshit.
How about that, Natasha? How about we hold council meetings once a month?
Who is she to hold meetings? That bitch has got a whole. She doesn't have skeletons in her closet. The bitch has a whole fucking cemetery. If she opens that door, bones are going to be flying all over the place. Okay, bitch, you have a cemetery in your closet. All of us have a few skeletons, maybe, here and there. You have a cemetery. You are in no position to be speaking on anybody else in any capacity.
Because Natasha, you have a reputation here. All right, a reputation for the one in this community that goes way too far with everything. Everything.
Well, yeah. And as far I hate this, honestly. I don't even I okay, I'm gonna try not to get into I don't want to get into detail about what happened to I don't, but I do want to say this. Right now, she's only going to focus on all of the things that people said she said that she didn't say. That's where her focus is going to be. And the reason she's doing that is to make sure that everybody focuses on these, what she's calling lies. I never said that. I never said that. They're lying about me. I never said that about Robbie. Bitch, I heard what you said. And I do believe you said, what did you expect? We heard what you said. And you were blaming him. Now, all this other stuff, I don't know what if I didn't hear her say anything about shit, but we heard her say some pretty offensive things. She shouldn't have said any of that. She had no fucking right to say what she said. But she said it, but we're gonna ignore that over on Natasha. She's gonna fucking just totally ignore that. Nope, we're gonna not focusing on that. We're gonna focus on the rumors of lies. Okay, fine. Let's talk about the lies that came out of her fucking mouth. She literally sat on her panel. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is not because of how much I make or anything. It's specifically to say that she made up the lie that I said that I made money in the past few weeks. Those words she literally made up for trashing her. She literally like created that fucking sentence because I never said that. And I proved it on my live stream. I showed Robbie. I said, this is what I made last month. I don't need to use her. What did she do? She went and told her fucking all her people that what I said was that I made this much money in the last few weeks trashing her. She literally made up a lie, like right there on the fucking spot. Nobody says shit about that. Like, and I'm just sitting here like, how is nobody seeing this? When she said she didn't know me, she knew she was speaking a fucking lie. And in case anybody's wondering, did she forget? Well, I don't know if I don't, she didn't forget. I promise you she didn't. But she's the one that provided everybody the proof that the bitch knew me. I didn't. She showed the chats. She showed that live stream that she jumped off of. So this is the same woman who like 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks ago, literally sat her fucking ass on her pants and I don't even know the bitch. No one calls her out for any of that.
Oh yeah,
And those are
and
just examples
here's
that I
what
can show
here's what
that
made
she's
me
a
laugh.
liar.
Here's what made me laugh. All right, she sits there and calls me out for being a mommy beater, right? And then she says, "Oh, I wouldn't want him around my channel,
I
right?"
wouldn't want her around children. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She has someone convicted of DV on her panel almost every night. So what's up with that, Natasha? You have someone named Crafton on your panel with his with his victim instigating everything.
The
And you're
fact
all
that they're
right
even
with
on
that?
that panel is disgusting. She has no business saying a fucking word about you or any sort of domestic violence when she's got those two up there.
Yep, absolutely. So what was that, Natasha? What was that? You're
Rules for thee
saying
and
I
not
beat my
for
mommy,
me
but
is what
you
that is.
have two people with DV on your on panel. What was that? Hmm. Makes sense, Natasha, when you speak.
She's got the person, two people on her panel, one who did it, and the other person who told the entire community that he did it. I mean, did he do it or was Kim lying when she poured out her heart? Which, if that
Oh,
happens, fuck
she
that.
wasn't
My
lying.
heart
She
does
wasn't
go out to
lying.
her.
She lied. She lied at first when she said that the abuse was because he had a seizure.
That was the first time, but there was a time after that. It was in September.
Yeah, it was
The
probably in
second time.
September, and then she made a post spilling
The
her
second
telling the
time, yeah.
truth. And then behind the scenes, Nikki, what she used to do is she told a few close friends that he was an abuser, and then she'd take advantage of the situation to grift.
Can I just point something out? Look, Enchanted is also, I don't even, honestly, I don't know Enchanted. I have no idea who that is. But she's showing us about what I was talking about. Their proof is out there. I'm not lying. I'm not embellishing. I'm not exaggerating shit. She, in my opinion, from what I witnessed, is a fucking child abuser. And as far as anybody calling the police, listen, and I made a comment about this. This was like 6 years ago, number one. So the police aren't going to do shit. Number two, but she's running with that, right? Oh, they're calling the police on me. Fuck off, Natasha. Number two, just because not all abuse is criminal, by the way. Not all abuse is criminal, but there are a lot of things that caregivers can say or do to children, the elderly, animals, whatever, that are cruel but not illegal. And she definitely falls in that category. And I saw some shit that I fucking remember. That's why I don't like her because of what I saw. I can't, I'll never ever fucking like her because I know how she is. She disgusts me.
And I remember the time I watched that clip of her calling her granddaughter the N-word.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's that.
And I'm saying, what the? That's abuse right there, in my opinion.
See, that's an example of something that, yes, is abuse, in my opinion as well, but I'm not sure that that would be criminal.
No, that would be
Reading a
just
diary, not illegal.
immoral, but
Tr-
not illegal.
Traumatizing, abusive, in my opinion, yeah. But this bitch over here is out here judging everybody else. If she wants to put fucking here, let me explain something. Okay, by the way, which I don't know if Robbie heard this, but I heard her say something about because Robbie was telling her to stand up. Why doesn't she show her whole body? And then she deflected by saying, "Who does that? Nobody stands up on their live streams. Everybody sits down." Bitch, the reason he said that is because you're judging fucking Country Joe's body. You're the one who's judging Country Joe's entire body. That's why he said, "Why don't you fucking stand up and show us your whole body?" It has nothing to do with you or your weight specifically. It's because you're judging others, but yet you don't show your whole self. That's what he was referring to. Fuck.
Yeah, but she's
Sorry
but,
about
but
that.
she's number one at making fun of people of things they can't help.
Yeah, like don't ever make fun of a child drooling. Oh, but Miss Portland, who has the mentality of a child, fuck her. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll just drag the fuck out of that woman. And why? Why? Natasha is so fragile and so fucking hateful that she cannot even accept any criticism from Mrs. Portland. Now,
Hey,
listen,
Wendy.
I told Mrs. Portland off myself. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I have, at a level which I believe she understood. But do you think that what do you think Mrs. Portland said anything to Natasha that warranted Natasha saying all the horrible things about her intellect and everything that she said? No, Natasha was just being hateful and evil. None of that shit needed to be. You could have just told her, look, you, or whatever. She could have said something, but she went way over the top with that. But she's going to be out here advocating for children. Is she out of her fucking mind? No, I can't with her. Her fucking
Yeah,
bullshit.
is she telling you to stand up or cam up? She can't even
What the fuck does she need me? What, for what reason? What does she want to do? Compare to see if that's me in the pictures? What the fuck is that of any business of her? It is me, but why does she care? Natasha, why? I've told other women this. I'm straight. I don't know why you had my tits up on your screen, bitch, but I got no interest in you or any other female that way. So don't worry about what I look like.
yeah, I
Worry.
just heard I don't know if Robbie was just dragging her or whatever, but Yeah, she was.
Fucking
No.
gross. Everything's a competition with her. Everything. Everything. She's over in Scotty's chat. Scotty's up there talking about who's somebody was making fun of her. I don't know. It's Salian, I think it was. Because
Oh,
Scotty
Lord.
obviously has fucking, excessively, ridiculously like huge boobs, right? Unfortunately for her, I understand that feeling. But so this is Scotty's live stream. This is what Scotty's addressing. Fuckface is in the chat talking about how big she was. I think the only one who said it. How big how she has huge boobs. Now, look, I don't care about shit like that. But what I will point out is that was also a fucking lie. Natasha does not. Now, like I said, I don't care about the boob thing, but what I care about is the fact that she will even lie about that. And if you don't believe me, watch that news clip that she was on. Because even I was like, wait, why? That's odd, but okay. It was very noticeable. But she's in. I'm like, you are like a 12-year-old. Why are you lying about your boobs? For fuck, dear God,
I
why?
don't even care if she has boobs or not.
Okay, I believe
It
that
doesn't even
actually.
matter.
No, I do believe that.
I'm more. I care more about what she does and says on this platform than.
That's what should matter, honest. That's what should matter. That's, yeah,
I care more about her personality.
did she really say she's going to be holding monthly meetings or something? She did not. Did she say that?
What was that?
Did she actually say she was going to be doing like monthly reviews of people's behaviors?
Yes, she did. When she can't even when she can't even hold herself to the same standard that she
This
holds
is the
everyone
same
else.
woman who sits out here and says that she's going to say whatever the fuck she wants, whether people like it or not, and she does what she wants to do. This is the same woman?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, all right.
Whatever,
Just wanted
Natasha.
to double check that.
Whatever.
She's going to be dishing out punishments and shit. Can't wait.
Yeah. Who believes her? Put a
I
one.
believe she would actually fucking judge people.
Who believes her? Put a one. If you don't believe her, put a two. Let's pull up the chat.
I can't vote because I don't believe anything she says.
I know.
She's already telling people I'm in between the age of what, 53 and 58?
Oh yeah, that's bullshit, Wyoming.
Does anybody here believe that I'm in between the age? I mean, it's you can say so if you want, but in between the age, because she said the general consensus, really, there's a general consensus of my age. Where the fuck are those conversations being held, Natasha? And why? Why? Don't worry about my age, bitch. You're a grandmother. Worry about your own behavior. Don't concern yourself. Why would my age matter? Why would my looks matter? Why? Natasha, you know why? Because she's competitive as fuck. That's why. Don't worry about me, Natasha. Not anything that my age, my body, nothing. Don't worry about that. Worry. Why don't you focus more on the shit that's coming out of my mouth directed at you? Why don't you address some of the accusations I've made? I'd like to see that. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, I actually like Natasha to prove me wrong, prove us all wrong, and hold herself to the same standard that she's holding everyone else to. I'm just
I think
so
she has no
critical
standards.
because of the way she acted today, yesterday, and ever since she came back. So
Well, look at how she's been acting for the. We need to go all the way back to the Facebook days. I don't hate her. Well, I do hate her. Actually, that's not true. I hate her because I don't like child abusers. I fucking despise anyone who would harm a child, an animal. an elderly person or anybody, a disabled, anybody who cannot defend themselves. I hate them.
This is funny, you know.
But I was willing to just clean slate. I was willing to do that. I was willing to just like be okay. She was not. She keeps saying that she keeps trying to, say bullshit. You know what? We've all heard her shit anyways. It doesn't matter, but she's just a fucking liar. And I would love for her to take the link, come up on my panel, bring your friends, bitch, and sort it out. Answer, why not? We could have done it on Scotty's panel. We could have had a civilized conversation, but she won't. If Scotty wants to set that up, I'll fucking go up there. I will go on her panel and I will be calm and I will have a civilized conversation whenever the time is good for Natasha. I'm putting that out there right now.
Yeah, and she's too much of a coward to even take a link on this channel.
Well, no, I do believe that regardless of anything that may have happened in the last few days, I do believe that Scotty would be fair and just. So especially now, Natasha, you should have no reason not to want to be on a panel. I'll go on Scotty's panel with you. Just you, Scotty, and me. If you want, and we can fucking have a conversation. There will be no yelling, screaming, no craziness. And we will get the truth out there. If I'm lying, you can prove it. You have the opportunity. I'm just going to put that out there any fucking time. And I will be there. If Scotty wants to. I don't know if she'd want to do that now, but I'm just saying.
Well, she's not going to sit there and she's not going to sit there and order meat around. I'll tell you that, stupor. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and go real life on people, dox people. I'm not going to go after people's kids. I never did that. So I'm not
I never went after anybody's kids either, but she'll have that's what she's telling people. Well, we can have that conversation too.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be fair either.
Who?
Natasha.
Oh, well, no, she won't, but I think Scotty would. I don't think Scotty would be unfair. Because I think Scotty wants to know the truth too, probably.
Well,
I'm sure she does, actually.
Well, I'm going to agree with Wyoming after what I saw today in Natasha's chat. She falsely accused me of threatening Jilly Bear. I'd like to see proof of that, Scotty. I'd like to see where I actually threatened Jilly Bear.
Yes, gotcha. Because I'm not concerned one bit. No one intimidates me. I have no concerns going on Scotty's panel or to face Natasha. I am 100%. And actually, it would be great to have this done on Scotty's panel, to be completely honest. Because Scotty, I don't know. It seems to me that she's choosing to believe what Natasha's saying. So it would be a perfect place for Natasha and I to be on to have a conversation. So Scotty could see the truth. I have no I'm 100% secure and confident that the truth will come out if Natasha agrees to that. What the fuck?
But she has to have an echo chamber.
That's what she can bring her echo chamber. I don't care as long as they're not up on the panel.
It's like
she can go. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Here's how sure I am of this. I know for a fucking fact that all I have to do is have a conversation face to face with Natasha. It doesn't matter how she reacts. It doesn't matter what she says. People will see her behavior. People will be able to witness her reactions, her answers, and they can judge that. And that's all I want. That's it. That's all I want is a chance to face this bitch, and I want the rest of the fucking community, anybody who's invested or whatever or interested in, to watch how that goes down and see if I don't walk away from that with my head held high, because I fucking promise you I will.
Yeah, I think the problem with her is she doesn't want to be ambushed with the truth.
It's not an ambush though. It's one
Yeah,
on one.
but
It's not an ambush.
the truth is the truth, and I even said this yesterday or the day before over at your channel. The truth hurts a lot more than a lie does.
Oh, the
Because then,
truth is gonna fucking sting. I promise you that.
because because guess what? Because with the truth, they have to face it, face something that they're in denial about, or
Want to hide? Don't want people to know.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I promise you. Natasha wants to sit up here and continue to say. Here's the problem with Natasha saying she doesn't know me. The reason that's a problem for me is because that laid the foundation for people she planted the seeds that if she, because by her saying that she doesn't know me and that I just came at her for no reason, people were looking at me like I'm jealous.
Oh
That's
no,
why
no
that
one.
bothers me, because she knows that's not why Natasha. Natasha knows that her and I fucking know each other. We have a history. I don't like the bitch. And if she had admitted that to people, then people may have understood why I was so upset with her. But the fact that she fucking lied to people, and the people who I thought were intelligent and logical are still fucking believing her, even though she's still over there, not only lying about me, lying about Bill, and lying about Robbie, and lying about every fucking person that is against her. Now she was out here fucking French kissing Siren's ass, which is fine. Okay. I don't hate Siren, but she was only doing that because she's grasping at fucking straws. I think she knows she's on shaky grounds. She doesn't know what's happening. She tried it. She's trying to turn Robbie against Siren. I saw that, and I know everybody else saw that shit. And
Mm-hmm.
now she's got Siren in the same fucking position that Amber's in. Neither one of
Yes,
them want to fucking touch any of this. And
yes.
the interesting thing is that I forgot what I was going to say. Bill, what? You're
I,
acting like this is your panel, Bill.
yeah, I could see right through what she was doing.
You're supposed to tell
She's
me to
trying to
fuck
turn
off.
everyone against each other, and she wants everything for herself, and she wants all the money for herself, and
Bill,
it's
if
going to
I say
backfire on
stuff
her
like that, you're
eventually.
supposed to tell
It's
me to
just
fuck off.
we just got to be we
He's
just
not
got to
listening to
be
me.
patient.
I was expecting you to tell me to fuck off, Bill.
Nah, go right ahead and talk.
No, I said you're acting like this is your panel.
Go shove it.
That's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to say fuck off. It is my panel. But
It
no,
is
but
my
she's
panel, and I told you to shove it. So
see how polite he is. He knows how to treat a lady. I mean, I'm not a lady. I'm just saying, like, if I were a lady, that's how he would treat a lady. But um, that's what she's doing to Siren right now. So now, what the fuck is Siren supposed to do? But if he let's like, I promise you, if Siren and I'm not, I have no dog. I mean, I don't, I have no dog in this fight. I don't want, I don't want to see Robbie and Siren not be friends. I really don't. I do care about both of them. So that's an awful situation there. But if he were to be friends with Robbie, don't think she wouldn't drag his fucking ass, because she will.
oh yeah, she has no boundaries. This is the girl on YouTube that has zero boundaries. And then
Oh,
she's
can I?
and then she's telling everyone, "I'm going to hold you accountable for not having any boundaries." It's laughable to me.
Can I just? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go live tonight, so I do want to address something. Somebody left a comment under my thing. This is about Siren, saying that I said that I felt uncomfortable or this is embarrassing, sexually harassed by his comments. Let me make this clear, okay? I've never felt harassed, uncomfortable, sexually harassed, or anything by any of anything Sirens ever fucking said in my chat, okay? It was a back and forth mutual, okay? It's adult humor. Just so everybody knows, I never, if I gave that impression, which apparently somebody did think that I said that, no. We were all talking like, even Bill was making, we were all being perverts, okay? So it wasn't just Siren.
Yeah.
Robbie was saying shit. I said shit. All of us.
I
That's
said some
just
I,
how
I say some shit sometimes too, and
all of us. Yeah, but people are saying that I said it was just no. It wasn't fucking just Siren. Siren said shit. Yeah, but so did we all. So no, it wasn't. I just thought I'd clear that up because people, in case people are listening. But no,
yeah, but
I just
here's
run around.
but here's my take on what Siren's doing. He's alienating certain people, and he alienated Robbie, alienated me, alienated you, alienated Jamie. He's alienating a lot of people. All right. He's making his own bed. And if Natasha does turn on him, I have a question for the chat. Where would he have to go on this platform?
Well, I would say that one of Siren's biggest problems is his sister.
Yeah.
She's causing a lot more problems to Siren than Siren is.
who would take his sister?
No
The
one.
flip flopping sister with an anger management problem.
She's causing more problems for Siren than Siren is.
Mm-hmm. Does Missy K realize that?
She doesn't care.
Oh no, of course not. She doesn't care.
He does allow people to abuse him. But it does, I have to say, as far as Siren is concerned, and I'm only speaking for myself, the way that he treated me was unjustified, unwarranted, and fucking disgusting. I never deserved that from him. So, and I don't hate him for it. I don't. But I do believe that I'm going to choke. Hold on. I do believe that he was, I don't even know. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm just going to say, I don't know if he was influenced. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that guy, but that was, to me, I just felt like I was like that. He's a stranger. I was like, who the fuck is this person? This cannot be the person I was friends with. I've never seen him behave that way. And it was like he crossed over to Natasha's and suddenly he became hateful and bitter and fucking rude and
Okay, well,
ignorant. And I just was
technically
shocked.
you're right on that. But let me just say this. He does have his channel. He doesn't do any drama on it. But ever since he stopped doing drama on his channel, he stopped. He goes. He runs to everyone else's channel to do the drama. Hops on panels.
It could be considered, yes, if Siren or any man for that matter, if they just randomly sent out a dick pic and the woman or man, whoever, didn't ask for it or wasn't expecting it or any of that, yes, of course. But in this situation, like between Siren and I don't, none of that applies because yes, I didn't actually specifically ask him for it, but I definitely implied it. I made jokes. I said, yeah, send it to me. Like, but that specific day, the day before, I didn't ask for it. But no, in no way, shape, or form did no, no. It was a thing. It was an ongoing joke, and then he just decided to go with it, and then that was it. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I think he was making it sound like I said that, and I was like, come on, I'm not gonna. Everybody could see us on panel how the things I said. I mean, I never said, and I don't know why he says I led him on. I never said he led me on. He never that. So I mean, this isn't about me. So anyway, no, I he should. Who cares? It's a dick pic. It's not a big fucking deal. Nobody cares. I don't. I don't know. But yeah, people were saying some shit. And that was just their opinions. That's their opinions on the situation. By the way, I'm not the one that told anybody that he sent me that. He did.
Mm-hmm.
So if people have opinions on it, I think what surprised people is that when I said I didn't ask, I'm the one that said it was unsolicited, meaning it just appeared. But
Yeah,
if people have
enchanted.
opinions on it, they can have opinions on it, but that doesn't mean I'm the one saying that we did have a back and forth ongoing for quite a while. So I mean, I was surprised that he did it only because it's Siren, but I'm not surprised. I wasn't that I felt violated. Absolutely not. No.
So if I won the lottery, I'd be given knighthood by
I
her
do
too.
drama.
So
No. Sorry, no, I don't. Wait. Sarah got me confused. Why does she do this to me? She comes at me with these fucking questions that always leave me fucking. I never know what the answers are supposed to be, Sarah. Look at what she says. You see, you had an open dick policy.
I have,
Um,
I have. Well, I
with
don't think you
Siren,
have
I
one.
did, yes.
Well, that's my policy, Sarah. Come on. I have an open dick
Uh,
policy in my email.
that's very supermodel. But with Siren, I did have yes. I will say if there is an open dick pic policy, would he would be included in that. Now, if Bill here sent me a dick pic,
I
I'd
would never.
probably. I mean,
I would
I know
never
you wouldn't.
send. I would never send ladies dick pics.
Well, I know you wouldn't, but I mean, if who can I say? Um, Dave G. If Dave G sent me a dick pic, that would shock me. That would be Dave. I know would never. It's the only guy's name I can see. I don't know who else. If it was the Glare, absolutely, I would want to see that.
Ooh, yeah. I probably want to see that one, but
I have heard, but I never saw that
I
either.
heard it would look. I heard it looks nice. So
It's big too, I heard. But yeah, if he wanted to send me that Glare, I mean, if you're listening, feel free. But
yeah, send
I'm
it to
just
me
saying.
too. I like to see it.
But yeah, I mean, but yeah, I just want to clear that up. He pissed me off. I really am very angry with Siren and what he did and with his behavior, but I am not gonna fucking co-sign accusations and shit against him that I know not to be true. And
Yeah,
I feel like he sent that picture because he was comfortable sending it to me because he knew that I wasn't gonna be like, he knew that because the way we talked all the time. And
yeah.
I did,
Even
yeah, it's
even
fine.
if he sent one to me, I wouldn't be screaming and yelling over it. I think,
No, and it's
ooh,
a very nice. He has a nice dick.
oh, really?
It is. No, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and I told him that
Oh, it's
it's
not deformed or anything?
no. And apparently he, I don't know, but no, it's not at all. No,
Oh,
in case
okay.
anybody's wondering. If you want to know, then now you know.
Okay. All right. So there goes that rumor,
Getting at
everyone.
attention and all.
There goes that rumor.
It's beautiful. It's very nice. So I would take a picture. If I was a man, I would take pictures of it too.
Okay. So we're not
I wish I could
here.
show you, Bill, but I can't.
Yeah.
Actually, he deleted it. I don't even think it's in the chat anymore.
Okay.
So, because when I went to go look at the date of it to find the reaction to get my video, it was gone. It's not there anymore.
Okay.
Fucker, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, but
It was fun while it lasted.
yeah, but we're not here to sit there and make false accusations against people.
No,
We
he
don't
was a
play. We
fucking
don't run
prick.
that way.
No, he's a fucking prick for his behavior, but
Yeah,
I don't
of
want him to be
course.
accused of and the other allegations, those allegations did come from someone. Someone else made allegations towards him. Nothing to do with me, but yeah, those were mentioned in my chat. That's he can sort that out. That I heard, but it wasn't me. Oh, I'm sorry, Witchy. I didn't mean. I'm just saying. I mean, I've seen. Sometimes you get one that's like, oh my god. put it away. This wasn't that situation, thankfully. So I wasn't.
And
Wendy, you know what?
the incestuous comment, how I took that was not literally.
It wasn't meant in a sexual way.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You can use the
I didn't
term
take it that way.
incestuous. Yeah, you can use the word incestuous has multiple meanings. Incest, I don't does not. Incest does have one meaning, but incestuous does have different meanings. I was not implying that she and he had ever no. And if you go back and listen to me when I said it, I never included Siren. I never said anything about him. I was referencing her behavior because it was fucking weird.
It was
Her
like
behavior was weird.
it's like you were. How would I define it in my mind? I took it as
She was acting
obsessed.
like a scorned fucking woman, like a
Obsessed.
new girlfriend or something. I'm not saying she is. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying her behavior. Who's Mrs. T? Who's that?
Who?
Who is Mrs. T?
I have no clue.
I don't know who that is.
Miss
No,
T?
I'm not saying. I'm saying Wendy. I'm saying the term incest only has one meaning, and that is a sexual meaning. I didn't use that term. I use the term incestuous. That has multiple definitions, meanings. I was just making sure that people understood that I didn't say that anything about the two of them, which is what I was accused of. Who's Tammy?
Oh, she's someone who streams about Cuck Eli, the fake life coach.
She's a life coach.
No, she goes after the fake life coach.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know her. And again, I mean, I don't know who she is or what she said, but if she thinks much like other people that I was implying incest, I was not. I was specifically speaking about Missy's comments to me. Now,
It
I never
sounds.
had a problem with Missy. We never had an argument. I did nothing to her. I had a problem with her brother. Yes, I did. He and I, which in my opinion, he started that. His problem, our problems, our private messages, and all of that should have stayed private. He brought it out. Okay, fine. So I had something to say about that. I understand defending your brother, but you can't be out here defending your fucking brother when he's the one that did this shit. Wendy, I have 6 children. I know all about sibling bonds. And listen, I've had people refer to my children as a gang, like their own little gang. But also, my children will also check each other if they're wrong. We're not ride or die. We don't fuck with that shit. We don't do that. And I'm not like that with my siblings. I will defend them, yes. But if they're wrong about some shit, I will say
Mm-hmm.
so. And I felt like he was wrong. I wasn't dragging him. I wasn't saying crazy shit. They came at you, Wyoming, for what? Everybody in my chat you know how I found out about what she was saying? Because I was reading my chat. The chats were, everybody was like, Missy's saying this, Missy's saying that, blah, blah. And then someone sent me screenshots and I was like, what the fuck? I never knew, I had no idea that Missy was out there with Lonnie in Natasha's chat, mocking my mental health and saying all kinds of filthy things about me. Does Tammy know about that? Probably doesn't give a fuck. Nobody cares about any of the things that Missy was saying about me for days. All people want to focus on is that I used one word, incestuous. Since fucking when did this community become full of fucking Karens and lolcows? When the fuck did that happen? Because that's where we're at now.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about that word and that I used it on her. I'll fucking use it again if she continues to behave that way. And I have no shame in saying that. If people don't like it, too fucking bad. Educate yourselves.
Google the word definitions. They use
Yeah, look
words
it
on here
up.
that they don't know the fucking meaning of.
or listen to what I said. Go replay where I was talking about it. I never said Missy and Siren. No, I was directing all of that to Missy. And I was speaking on her behavior. If people want to misunderstand that, fuck them. I've got nothing for them. It's not I can't, how does that saying go? It's not my fault that, that people misunderstand what I said. That's their fucking problem. If they don't like that I use that word, oh fucking well. There's a lot of shit that has happened in this community that I don't fucking like. But guess what? It happens. I got dragged for being fucking raped and trafficked. I mean, yes, people defended me, yes. But this shit that's going on now, fucking people need to calm down. And before they start making I don't even know this woman, but maybe she should go and listen to what I said and then go and educate herself on what the fuck that word means. I never said one goddamn word about Siren doing that, and I never said the word incest. I
Yes.
said that's because she was acting like that.
So Natasha's making all these rules up.
Well, I want to say Wyoming just said the word. She acted. That's what she was behaving that way. Not that she was. And everybody else in the chat was saying it too. So before anybody wants to judge me or Wyoming, fuck that. Judge that bitch over there for the shit she was saying. Tammy, if you're listening, how do you feel about people mocking mental health? How do you feel about people mocking SA? How do you feel about people mocking others who take mental health medications? You cool with that? Because that's what the fuck I was responding to.
So she was mentioning rules. So Nikki, I have a question for you. Should it be a rule in this community to not mock SA survivors?
You would think, yes.
Yes. It would be the moral thing to do, but unfortunately, people like Retro, people like Amy, people like Tiffany, they sit there and make up their own rules. What's morally acceptable?
They have no fucking rules or boundaries.
Yeah, they have no rules or
and I'm
boundaries.
over it. Listen, I have seen some filthy shit. I've tried to defend it, and then I realized after I went through it, I realized a lot of people, the people that run their mouth are the people that don't give a fuck. They don't care about all these. It's selective outrage going on out here. Okay, it's selective fucking outrage. If this person says some shit, that's fine. But if that person says it, oh, that's not okay. And I'll tell you this now. Today, I witnessed that shit with my own eyes and my own fucking ears earlier today. I witnessed a person talking about a specific subject. It was children and motherhood and parenting. Okay. And I also witnessed other people in a chat not saying shit. But they will say some shit when I talk about someone's parenting and children. Selective outrage and hypocrisy. I'm not following anybody's fucking rules. Fuck this community's rules. They can kiss my fucking ass. I'm a grown woman. If people don't like what I say, don't fucking listen to me. Go and rate your hate posts. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. So why should people follow these rules of Natasha when she's not even going to follow them herself?
I don't care. The only people that can follow her rules are the people that are in her fucking chat.
So she admitted on her live this afternoon that she went real life on Robbie, and then she says, "No going real life, people."
No going real life.
How are people supposed to take it seriously?
She weaponizes her children, and people fall for it.
Yeah,
they're fucking real. Nobody was. Oh man, I don't care. Honestly, I'm over it. I'm fucking over anybody. This bullshit. If you don't like it, fuck off. Don't listen to me. I'm entitled to my fucking opinions. And in my opinion, Mrs. behavior is indicative of fucking being it's incestuous is what it is. That's the way it comes across. It's fucking kooky and weird. I'm never not gonna say that. If you don't like it, well then you don't like it. That's it.
Yeah, and I could see for what it was today, Nikki. It was a total gang up on someone. We're gonna make rules for Robbie, and he's gonna follow them, or else
Good
I'm gonna
luck with
hold
that.
his feet to the fire. That's how
Mm.
I saw it today.
Look, you know what my boundaries are? Racism, homophobia, abuse. Those are lines I will never cross.
Going after people's kids, that's wrong.
Oh yeah, talking about diary pages, by the way, is not going after someone's child. Nice try, Natasha. No, that's
Yeah.
does not how that works. And by the way,
But
apparently the girl doesn't care about it anyway.
yeah, and who was the one who took photos of those diary pages in the first place?
Natasha, and that's what I was calling her out for.
Yeah.
Because she wants to deflect and start, oh, she's attacking my child. She's re-victimizing her. When the fuck did I threaten her? But people hear this, and these
And
are
then
trigger words, bait words.
she didn't just take photos for her own personal use. She wanted to read them on
She
her own
never
time. She posted them in her fucking mod chat.
she never should have opened that diary. And I'm speaking as a mother. I have children. I have 6 and I raised 3 foster children. Okay? I would fucking never. That's
So
why I was fucking mentioning it and
yeah,
judging her
but
for that.
that not only did she open up that diary, all right, then she took pictures of it for her own records, and then she says, I'm gonna put it in my mod chat for everyone else to
She
read.
had, it
Invaded
was
her
none of
kids'
her fucking
privacy.
business.
And then she had a mole in her mod chat. So whose fault is that the diary pages leaked? Natasha's. It all comes down to her.
It's, I'll tell you the truth of the matter here. Natasha's problem, her biggest problem with anybody even mentioning the diary pages, her biggest fear is people knowing what the child wrote about her
Mm-hmm.
and how she was and how Natasha was treating her. That's why Natasha doesn't want any fucking mention of those pages. That's why. And I would love for her to fucking say it differently, because I promise you that's the only reason she doesn't want anybody talking about it. That's why she weaponizes her child. That's why she wants people to think, oh, she's victimizing my. No, 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 no. Nobody talked about your child. No, no. We talked about your actions.
So
That's
she
what we
has no
talked about.
right. She has no right on here, in my opinion, to sit there and point fingers. Oh, you aired my you aired those pages. No, 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 no. You're
I
the one
didn't.
who she's the one who took photos of her. She read her kid's diary. She's the one who
That's another thing. Natasha said that I read the diary pages. That never happened. Did she correct it? No. No, she didn't, but she'll let people continue to accuse me of that. She'll
yeah.
say these lies and she'll let people attack me and hate me for it. And she knows they're lies. Does she ever correct herself? Never.
And I wasn't around for that. And I don't want to even read those pages.
But I never read them. I've never actually seen the pages. And then, you know what's interesting? Um, did Amy tell, I don't know if Amy told Natasha, but Amy told someone I sent her the diary pages. Now, I can't say 100% that I don't recall doing that, because I don't even remember seeing them. There's obviously a possibility that I did do that and I don't remember it. But this Amy Natasha connection, it's a thing, okay? It is a thing,
Okay.
because Amy sent, well, somehow Natasha got a screenshot that could only have come from Amy, and she showed it on her live
Yes.
stream.
Yeah.
Now, now, keep in mind, Jax is very loyal to Natasha. He's also very loyal to Amber. And we know what's going on between Amber and Amy, right? So what the
Yeah.
fuck is Natasha doing fucking with Amy?
She was in Amy. I saw Amy and Natasha's chat today. I don't know what the fuck she was doing there because Natasha can't
What?
stand her. Yes, you heard me right.
Say that again.
So Amy was in Natasha's chat
Oh,
today
wow. Okay.
because she
I'll
said
tell you
everyone's
something, Bill.
welcome.
I'll tell you something. Amy would have never fucking shown her face in Natasha's chat unless she knew with 100% certainty that Natasha specifically welcomed her. That is a fact.
I don't
So if there was ever any doubt that there was any connection between Natasha and Amy, Jax, now you know.
actually. I don't think so. I think it's
Oh, I
because
do.
everyone. I think it was because everyone was teaming up against Robbie, so she couldn't help herself.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. Bill, listen to me. I know Amy. Okay, I know her. She fears going into chats and being attacked. Even if a lot of people have attacked Robbie. You don't see Amy running over to all these channels that do that. Especially fucking Natasha's where Jax is over there. And Sirens, you honestly think that Amy would just wander on in there without specific, like, without any communication between her and Natasha? Just my opinion, because I know this bitch. No, she wouldn't have. She went in there knowing she was welcome. Amy's not going to risk Natasha Cooper telling her to fuck off.
Well, she did have a thumbnail saying everyone was welcome, so
Well, okay. Well, I don't believe that Amy would have just wandered in there.
okay.
And even if she did, was she welcome?
She wasn't even really acknowledged.
But she was there
Yeah.
after everything she's done to Amber. Wow. Do you think I would be do you think if I would have went in there, I would have been welcomed?
Nope.
Exactly. Does that not speak volumes to you?
Yep.
If you went in there, would you have been welcomed?
Probably not.
Exactly. Who was in there, Sarah? Our friends were in there attacking Robbie. Who? I need a list.
I'll give you one. I took some screenshots.
Send them to me. I gotta see this
Yes.
shit. I That's my line. I don't block people, but if you're gonna fucking fuck with Robbie, I'll block you. You can
Yeah.
attack me, but you're not gonna attack Robbie.
So what I also
I'm
saw in the
fraudulent.
chat was this. All right. So Natasha says that she can't stand Amy, which I don't blame her for, by the way. But does everyone know what actually happened? I don't know if it was 18 months ago, 2 years ago, with
With who?
just Jessica.
Oh yeah. I do
So
know.
I'm just going to remind everyone what happened. So Natasha got angry at Hooker, Manda, and a few others because she didn't get warned about Jessica for months and months and months and months. And Amy sends these screenshots of Jessica behind the scenes saying, "Oh, I'm going to use Natasha Cooper for my own ends, for my own means."
Jessica was trying to go at someone and she needed backup.
Yeah, she needed backup. Jessica needed backup and wanted Natasha to drag people for her.
Yes, yes.
So she went over and hanged out over at Natasha's, and so Amy sent it to Hooker and Manda, the screenshots, and they never sent it to Natasha. So then Amy finally emailed them to Natasha, and she gets pissed off. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh.
So right before that happened, Jessica, I don't know who had a baby. but I don't know if it was.
Hold on a second.
But
There's a part
Jessica
missing.
donated all these baby clothes.
But Bill, there's a part that has something happening between that. Those
I can't hear you.
screenshots of Jessica using Natasha,
I
they
can't
have been
hear you.
floating around the community. Can you hear me?
No.
Oh shit, hold on. So what happened in between that was the
Okay.
screenshots of Jessica plotting to become friends with Natasha. They were leaked, right? So they
Yeah.
were already people were talking about them prior before Natasha claims she saw them. And the whole problem is when it got to the point, because I think Natasha was embarrassed that she got used the way that she did. So she was pretending like she had no idea, but we know she did because everybody else knew. And if you watch me on the panel with Natasha, I confronted her on that. She was trying to say that she didn't know. That's why I went up there, because I wanted to let her know, bitch, you knew. Everybody in the fucking community knew.
I
And
knew.
Natasha was, huh?
I knew.
Everybody knew. Everybody knew. And she was trying to say that she did not know. And that's why I went up there and I said, no, you fucking knew, because everybody else knew. And also, Natasha was claiming that she was like, don't come to me with no bullshit, blah, 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 whatever. So I said, well, on one hand, you're saying that you don't want people to come to you. And on the other hand, you're upset because people didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Amy sent her. Well, we know she sent her that screenshot because the only three people in that chat were me, Natasha, and Amy. And
Mm-hmm.
Natasha showed a screenshot after where you saw where I was confronting her, and maybe I was on my way to the driveway. You
Okay,
never
here we
know.
go. You're back in the driveway.
It was a good time. But she definitely has that screenshot. And what does that screenshot say, everybody? Natasha Cooper left the chat. If the bitch couldn't fucking have a conversation with me one on one,
Okay, you're in
it
the
was just me.
driveway again.
What the fuck? Okay, go ahead and talk, Bill. I'm just gonna run and grab my vape. Hold on.
Okay. So that chat that was screenshotted was with Amber, Jessica. I think Amy wasn't in there, and another person, another few people. And that was screenshot. Those screenshots were taken. They were sent around. Everyone basically knew about it. And Jessica, just with a K, actually was actually sent Natasha baby clothes in the mail. So, like a big donation like that. So then we had to hear Jess with the K crying on Natasha's panel. It was like friggin' hilarious. While Natasha was trying to play counselor to her on why she was getting the boot. you know. And then she claims, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, because Amy actually got sick of it and actually sent it to Natasha Cooper's email. Yeah, true story. True story. And then she pretends that she was made a fool of and blah 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 blah. I think she heard something about it, but never got the screenshot. Nikki, what she did was she heard about it. She just never got proof of it.
He was embarrassed. I think Natasha. What the fuck is going on with my mic? I don't know what the hell. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Let me see here. Let me.
It's pissing me off. Yeah, Natasha was fucking embarrassed, and of course, what did she do? She went into Natasha mode, and next thing you know, Lies are flying out of her fucking mouth. So that's what she does. She lies. I wish I could remember though, like who the fuck Jessica was it Amy?
Yeah, Amy had the screenshots and she sent them to Natasha. She admitted it to me.
I know I'm just trying to know because Amy and Jessica, they weren't friends, I don't think at that time. No, they weren't friends
No,
at that
no, they weren't.
time.
No, they weren't.
But I'm wondering if that was who Amy or Jessica was trying to go use Natasha to go after. I don't remember honestly. I have to check my chats, but
Yeah, yeah. She was
um
trying to use Natasha to go after Amy.
okay, that would make sense. But everybody already knew, and Natasha's a fucking idiot, and she went with it. But Natasha had to have had something to gain from Jessica.
But she never really went after Amy though.
No, I don't remember that. No, I don't think she did.
She never really went after Amy. But at the same time, I don't think Natasha really liked Amy anyway. So
Well, Amy hated Natasha. Not surprising. I don't blame her, but I hated her too.
I never, because when I first came back, um, I never heard of Natasha Cooper when I came back, and Robbie mentioned her name or whatever,
Yeah.
and was like calling her out or whatever, and some of the stuff she was doing. So I said, I don't know who this woman is. So I put her name in the search engine. All right, my YouTube search engine, and a bunch of videos come up, from all these channels.
Yep.
And I start clicking on them, and I says, "Oh dear."
Yep. I've never done that until recently.
Hey,
The
Danny.
friend that I introduced everybody, the one that I introduced like everybody to, she's the one that told me that she searched for Natasha because she wanted to know, what the fuck. And she told me she's like, holy shit. Like this, who is this bitch? And I was like, well, she's a fucking head case. She's a fucking disaster of her. She's a shit bag. I don't know how else to put it. And she said that she searched her and it wasn't good. I said, well, fuck yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
So
but she
so
doesn't know
so
that.
so when I searched Natasha, all right, I was watching some of the anti videos or whatever, and she
Yeah.
mentioned this guy named Lycan. He says, "Okay, today we're gonna critique his you know what," and I says,
Oh,
"Oh, revenge porn." So I decided to look him up.
oh God.
I decided to look him up, and oh, here he is. So I click on and start watching his videos.
Oh,
So
that's how you
she was
found
like putting a bad taste in my mouth, and I found him, and I found a few people I knew. So I said, "Oh, okay. I guess this guy's halfway decent." So I started
I
listening.
I cannot. But then again, she's known for doing this. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't see that honestly. I heard about it, didn't see it, didn't have any interest in seeing it. But um, this is the same fucking bitch that's going to be out here talking about other people and morals.
Yeah,
Okay,
and, and,
interesting.
and there was like three videos on her. It's like a greatest hits album
Yeah.
of the
Wow.
insanity that she pulled on here.
Oh yeah.
And I was like watching, and I says, "Whoa, this is way too far, too outrageous for my
Well, that
taste."
person that came in my chat, Gypsy. Remember I said that Natasha, how I met her is that she came, you guys know that story, right? Gypsy is the leader of that group. Gypsy is the one that Natasha went to dox Jen Lou's entire fucking family, including her child. Yeah,
Oh,
that's how I
I
met
believe that.
Natasha.
I believe that 100%.
That's why, well, and it was because of that I started trying to figure out like who the fuck is this chick? And that's when I
Mhm.
went over to her Facebook group and started seeing her live streams. And that's when I saw the videos that I saw that with her child. And I thought, what the
And
fuck?
not only did I see the greatest hits of her shenanigans on here, I also saw the news when she hit the news. And I says,
Oh,
oh
yeah. The news line too?
yeah, you remember the Gypsy Rose incident where she did the FOIA request and took everyone's money?
Yeah, they must be lying too. Everybody's lying about Natasha. She's the pillar too. We're everybody's just lying about her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Everyone's
And people are
lying. Everyone's crazy.
yeah, and people are still supporting her. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure, Natasha. The whole world
Mm-hmm.
was out here lying about Natasha Cooper. She's innocent.
No,
I mean, did you guys
I
not
hope.
read the text messages between her and that girl that she robbed for her income tax?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's obvious that she was, what she was doing. Where the fuck is my mic in this laptop? Let me see if I can plug in another one. Hold on. Let me see if this one works.
Yeah, Danny. She wants to save us all from ourselves. She's
Hmm.
putting rules in place, and then if we don't obey her, she's going to go after us.
She
It's
needs
not
to
like
save us all from her.
it's not like I'm going to do half the things on the list. So, but of course, she's not going to follow the rules. So, at least there's some of us that will hold her feet to the fire around here.
No. Let me try this mouse or mic. Hold on.
Yeah, I turned your mic up from here. So,
Does is that better?
yeah, that's better.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, and
Perfect.
I even turned your mic up on here. So,
Thank you.
mm-hmm.
Natasha needs to save us from her fucking bullshit. 'Cause she didn't need to involve everybody, but she chose to. And now everybody's blaming me, which is fine. I mean, I'm confident that at some point her true color will come out and everybody will see the truth.
Yeah, because some people have amnesia. They've forgotten a
Apparently.
lot of the things that she's done, or they're there to hate bond, or they want something from her.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just have to wait a few months, until she gets sloppy again.
I mean, to be honest, it does, doesn't make a difference to me if they don't. I'm never going to fucking change my stance on her, and I will continue to speak out on her. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to be out here lying about me, and I'm going to take it. No.
No, of course not. We're not going to take me getting lied about, and we're not going to be take getting treated like shit by her. Fuck no.
No, she doesn't have to lie. She can just, be a fucking grown woman and face people, but she can't do that. She can't do that. She always has to have a panel full of people fucking fighting her fucking battles.
Yeah, because she's too lazy and too chicken to do it herself.
Fucking coward. She's always been a
Yeah,
coward.
the first time she tried this with me, Nikki, I went up on her panel,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing she could do was mute me and
That's
scream at me and boot me.
yep. That's Natasha Cooper.
Yep, that's her.
Coward.
Yep, coward. acting all virtuous and perfect.
She likes to go up here and talk about she's such a badass. And fuck
Oh
off.
yeah,
You're
such a
fucking, you're
badass.
no bad. When was the last time Natasha Cooper went on anybody's panel to confront them? When?
Uh,
Never.
I can't remember a time.
Me either. She's been invited on mine. Then but what she will do is she'll wait till she's got a whole panel full of people already that she's already convinced, to hate me. And then she'll be like, taking me off. I'm not playing your dumb fucking little reindeer green bitch.
If she came over here and asked for a link, I'd probably drop it.
Oh, I wish.
But
I wish.
I'm not counting my. I'm not even worried about that.
Don't put money down on that.
I know I wouldn't put money on that.
You're a fucking coward. The only thing she does is run her fucking mouth. And I mean, the fact that people even believe her is I mean,
Yeah,
shocking.
I could probably take her stream from today, Nikki, and take one
Mm-hmm.
part and debunk her with her own words. Take one piece and
Well,
then take
I have debunked her. I'll probably do it tonight again. Not that any of her idiot fucking supporters want to listen, but I have debunked her fucking lies about me. And I've also proven her lies and the bullshit that she said. But nobody, they don't want to believe it because they don't want to admit that they were wrong. That, in my opinion, that is why nobody wants to, say a fucking word. Not everybody wants to just pretend that, they're not watching me. They're not watching that I'm proving because she lied to them. So that's fine. If they want
or Nikki, they don't care
that
if
too.
if they don't care it was wrong because they didn't like the person that the immoral activity happened to.
Well, I think in my case, like these people were my friends, okay? And they obviously didn't know the history, right? So when Natasha said that she didn't know me, they believed that I was just grieving and that I was lashing out and I had this misplaced anger. No, no, she was starting her shit with me. Other people noticed it. People commented to me about it. I said nothing. Natasha knows the situation. I don't have to go into it all. She knows. She knows that she started all of this with me. But if people want to believe her then. Go ahead. Doesn't change the truth.
Oh dear. Let's see here. So Scotty
Mm.
says Bill did a video on how to start a membership on his channel because no one was buying them from him. Oh, come on, Scotty.
Where?
I don't know. I just got sent that.
Oh, no. Well, I don't. Are you sure that's her? I don't know because
Yeah.
she said she was cloned.
Okay, so
She
here's
said that.
another one. Nikki did this. She pushed and pushed until it came to head. If anyone is pushing Robbie, it is Nikki. Let me put this on the screen, shall I?
Mm,
Let me put this right up on the
really?
screen.
I
Yeah,
honest. I never spoke to Robbie about my problems with Natasha.
here we go, Nikki.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Look, Scotty made a community post, and she said that somebody. She said she hadn't been in Natasha's chat. This was right on her. This is the one that I showed. It was on Scotty's panel, so we know she wrote it, or it was on her community tab. She said that she had not been in Natasha's chat, and someone had cloned her, and she mentioned someone named Savannah, who I'm not sure who that is.
Oh,
If
that. Oh, her. Ew.
So this is what she said. This was on Scotty's tab, so I know
Okay,
those words came from her. And she
okay, so
said,
I'm getting. Wait a minute, Nikki. I'm getting information that's in Natasha's chat right now.
I'm just saying, this is what she said like 2 days ago or whatever. She said that she had not been in up until that point. She had not been in Natasha's chat. Somebody had cloned her, and someone named Savannah, whatever the fuck her name was. I don't know if she said it was her or that person was telling me. I don't. Nobody
Okay, so
told
we
me
got another
anything.
one to show. All right, real quick. Hold on, let me just put this up on the screen. So let's see here. We got another one, Nikki. So she says, I mean, when you are so slow on the uptake, and when you think people aren't buying a membership to your channel because they don't know when it really.
Are you guys sure that was? Did anybody click on her name to see if that was her?
Yes, the source is reliable. So
I'll check. I don't want to say anything until I know 100% sure because, like I said, I did see on her panel, or sorry, on her community tab, what she said that she had not been in Natasha's chat and somebody cloned her and was making these comments. So I don't want to. I'm not going to say anything right now, but just give me about 10 minutes.
okay.
I don't want to be jumping to conclusions right
Oh,
here because people, they do shit like that.
I don't have a wrench there, so I can't really check the
But
channel.
but just so everybody understands what, as far as my communications with Robbie, I have not spoken to him behind the scenes about anything that's been going on with Natasha and I, not for um, at least a week and a half. And the only conversation, and it wasn't even a conversation, the only things that were said between Robbie and I about what was going on with Natasha and I was Robbie telling me privately that he's not getting involved. We never, that's it. We were talking about what happened to Robbie, and because of the seriousness of that, it would be a cold day in fucking hell before I would talk to Robbie about any bullshit on YouTube when he's dealing with that. That I was there for my friend. That's what I was talking to him about. I mean, I don't want to bring Amber into this, but she is in a group chat with us. She can verify. I was not in that chat talking to Robbie about anything that had to do with YouTube or Natasha. Not in that group chat, not privately. And that would be pretty fucking ignorant of me to do, considering I know what he's going through, and what he's going through is agony and it's awful. And that's what I've been doing with Robbie. I've been trying to be his friend and just be there for him. I'm not going to go to him with this fuck shit, especially considering he has not even been in anyone on YouTube. He's not even been in my chat. Why? Because I've been talking about Natasha, and he told me I'm
Yeah,
not going to be there for that.
because at first he wasn't going to even get involved in two friends fighting,
Yeah.
but then
So
but he
I
was
know
watching
he's looking for
silently, and
anybody.
he started to see what was going on, and I'm actually pretty proud of him that he actually stood up and said,
Well,
Natasha, enough.
if somebody believes that I'm pushing Robbie to do anything, especially after what he's been through,
Okay, your
that's
mic's going
fucking
out.
sad. What? That's fucking disgusting for anybody to say. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. No, if Scotty really said that, that's fucking disgusting, Scotty. I don't know though. It could have been a clone, but I'm just gonna say this. No, no, I've not pushed Robbie to do shit. Nobody has that power. Robbie, we all know who Robbie and how he is. I I would never go to Robbie with this kind of fucking stupid bullshit after what happened to him. So no.
Of course not. Some people around here have some kind of decency. Unfortunately, not
I
everyone
mean,
around here has
he's
that,
been
but
through what he's been through. No. No? Oh my God. No. That's I would be surprised if that was Scotty that said that, but maybe it was. I don't know.
yeah, because I remember Savannah from a long time
Who
ago.
is she?
She's a nasty little troll who mods for
Is that
people.
her username?
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her username. She sometimes changes it with a number. Because I remember
Oh,
her, my first real
interaction?
interaction or run in with her was she runs from chat to chat, starting trouble. She said, "Oh, Sally Ann." She ran to Sally Ann's and snitched on me, and then ran over to my chat and snitched on her, or snitches on this person. She just does
I
it.
don't know.
She likes to go over on hookers. She's one of hookers subs. So
I think she must, well, according to Scotty, uh, that Savannah person has been going around, I guess, telling people that that's Scotty. I don't know, but
I,
that's
would- I
what she
wouldn't I
said.
wouldn't doubt I wouldn't put anything past Savannah these days. So
I can't remember. I don't know if she's ever been in my chat. I have no idea.
oh, if Savannah was in your chat, she'd be probably gone.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen it. I don't know. Let's see.
Let me see. I just got another message. Okay, Nikki, you're going in and out, and the account is verified. It is Scotty.
Oh, well, Scotty? Sorry, I think we're in and out. Scotty, if you're listening, no, no. I haven't, not only am I not pushing Robbie, I've not even discussed the situation with Natasha with Robbie privately or publicly. In fact, I didn't even know that he was going to be in my chat that night, nor did I know that he was going to ask for a link. I had, and I swear on my children's lives, I had no idea that he was going to say what he said. I had no idea that any of that was going to happen.
And I'm very disappointed in you,
So,
Scotty. All right. I'm very disappointed in you.
I
Just
mean,
saying that.
I'm shocked. I don't even know what to say. Like, well, Robbie has his own mind. Nobody can influence him. Everybody
Well,
knows that.
you could talk. I'll say you could talk reason into him sometimes, but he
No,
always
you
does.
can't make him lie. He's not gonna lie for me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
No, what I said is Robbie's not going to lie for me.
Of course not. Oh, and then Natasha mentioned this afternoon that Robbie admitted he's going to lie about me or lie about everyone else. He did it to
Where?
piss you off, Natasha. Don't you get
Where
that?
did he admit? Where did he say that?
He said that in your chat.
Mine?
Yeah, last night.
Oh,
He said that
I
in your
didn't see
chat,
that.
and then I responded to Robbie, and it says the truth hurts more than a lie. That was my response to Robbie.
Well,
So
well, that's true.
she is telling the
No, I'm
truth
not.
on that part, but she's just twisting it.
Robbie, listen. Robbie has his own experiences with Natasha that he has spoken on,
Mm-hmm.
and he spoke quite a bit about that. So he doesn't have to lie for me. He's known in Natasha, and he said at the like he's already said at the beginning of this, he's not getting involved. Siren repeated what Robbie said. Initially, Siren said that he was going to take the same stance that Robbie took, and he's not going to get involved in two of his friends um, fighting. So Robbie made himself very clear with how he felt. He wasn't taking my side. He wasn't taking Natasha's. And I respected that. But Natasha, now, if you want to talk about who's pushing who, Natasha was the one that was um, messaging Robbie, trying to get him to take a side. Not me. I wasn't doing that shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're going like sometimes in and out.
Fuck, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I mean, that's weird, but Natasha was the one who was messaging Robbie behind the scenes, trying to turn him against me. I never did that to Robbie,
Oh, that
especially
part I
after
didn't
what
know.
happened
That
to
part I
him.
didn't know.
Yeah, he
Because
showed the messages.
when this all was going on, I didn't even talk to Robbie about it.
Me
I
either.
just assumed that I just assumed that you were staying out of it. So because I know him, you know.
He wasn't in my chat. He wasn't in my chat. He never came in my chat when I was talking about Natasha. There's a reason for that because he wasn't taking sides. Bill, hold on. I'm just gonna go wash my hands and then I'm gonna unplug this mic.
Okay.
I'll be back. Okay.
All right.
Are you playing music?
Yeah, I was just playing music while you went to the.
Yeah, so okay. I don't know what you guys heard or whatever, but um uh, no, I never to say that anybody can force Robbie to do anything is fucking laughable because we know how Robbie is. He will tell you
Okay,
the fuck
your
up
mic
many
is
fucking
still.
things. What?
Your mic is still.
What the hell? Hold on, hold on. Let me okay.
You use your laptop mic.
Okay.
Use your laptop mic. That's what I do. Because usually the ones the detachable ones are crap.
Let me see what's going on with the let me just see what's going on with the settings here. Fucking dropping everything. Um my um microphone access.
You're not
Okay.
getting banned, free spirit. As long as you behave yourself.
Let me see where my settings are here. Um oh wait, let me find it. Okay. I wonder what's going on. Microphone settings. I mean, I don't know. It looks like everything's good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Hold on, let me check something here quickly. Does that sound any better?
Yeah, that sounds a little better. Yeah.
Okay, because I had something taped up to the okay, that might be clearer now.
All right.
Is that better?
Yeah, we'll try this until.
All right. Well,
Right.
let's hope it works.
Let's hope this
It's
works.
but yeah,
Oh,
no.
so Natasha Cooper banned you. Granny Fanny banned you. Okay.
Why?
Yeah, this is no echo chamber here. The only time you get banned here is if you start shit.
Does this sound different?
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just trying to improve this here. So I'm trying these different settings and I'm going to this one. Does this sound better?
You're good now.
All right.
As long as you're working.
I mean, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me clear and there's not any interruptions. I don't know, but
Yeah. So Scotty, what's your problem? I'd really like to know that. So if you'd like to come over here for a few minutes and explain yourself, you're more than welcome. But
I mean, I would like, honestly, I'd like to talk to Scotty because I'm very confused with everything, honestly. I feel like she's formed an opinion based only on what she's heard from Natasha and
what she heard from Siren, what she heard from Missy.
no, she had an opinion before that. And
yeah,
it's unfortunate because the truth of the matter is Scotty doesn't have a fucking clue about what happened, why I was upset with Natasha, and nor does she have any fucking clue what Natasha was doing to me for 2 weeks. She doesn't know. So how could she possibly have an opinion on why I got upset when she doesn't even know what I'm upset about?
And she doesn't, and she's not privy to everything that happened behind the scenes at our end.
So certainly not on my end. And the other thing too is I want to point something out because this is very important. If Scotty were in my position, there's no fucking way, no way that she would not have responded to Natasha the way that, maybe not as hostile as I did, but she wouldn't have stood down for that shit. Absolutely not. If she had the history with Natasha that I have, and Natasha was going at her the way she was going at me, she would never have fucking ignored that.
But free spirit, we don't hate anyone over here. Really. We don't like Natasha. We don't like the things that Natasha Cooper does. But at the same time, we don't hate her guts.
I mean, yeah.
I don't like the things that she's been doing to Nikki. I don't like the things she's been
doing
to me.
That's the thing. Nobody fucking knows. Nobody. Like, I've mentioned a bit of it, but nobody knows. And everybody just assumes that I'm crazy and I'm jealous and I'm causing this. No, Natasha is never. Well, I guess it's because she's never going to fucking admit it. Of course she's not going to. Come on, you guys. You guys fucking know me. I'm not out here attacking people for no reason. I've never done that. Why would I do that now? Come on. Seriously, like, what the fuck? I can't believe these people were my friends and they're really believing this. And now Scotty's saying that I'm fucking pushing Robbie? Oh my God. No, Robbie went through something traumatic and I wouldn't fucking go to him with this bullshit while he's dealing with that. I have some fucking decency for my friends. I do have compassion for my friends. And again, I never went to Robbie even before this happened. I didn't have to, because you know what? When I was going off on Natasha, I didn't go to Robbie and tell him that I was going to do that. I just did that. And when he realized what was happening, he made it very clear. I'm not getting involved. He also said the same thing to me that Siren said. Robbie said, I'm not going to be in your stream while you're attacking Natasha. And I said, okay, cool, that's fine. Fine.
And then one day I see Robbie say hello while I'm talking about this very topic. I said, "Uh-oh."
And then actually I think he
Right.
left right after that, because there was, I think, more than one time that he came in and said hi. He realized what was going on and he dipped. But
Mm-hmm.
he knew that, like, I don't care if he goes over to her channel. It didn't never bothered me.
To be honest with you, I never seen him over there either.
I don't know. I don't watch her, but I don't know what, and whatever he said to her is between him and her, not my business. But no, whatever, he formed his opinion on his own based on what he saw,
Yeah.
and he knew what was happening.
No interference from me. No interference from you.
I don't understand why everything is always has to be my fucking fault. Why is it always me? Why am I getting blamed for every fucking thing? It's my fault. I'm giving ammunition to Tiffany and Amy. Are you fucking kidding me? So I should shut the fuck up and let this fucking bitch continue to run her fucking mouth about me with her passive aggressive bullshit. I should allow that. And I should stay fucking silent. Okay. No, no.
And that comment, Natasha, right, told Robbie I sent him ammo. It had nothing to do with you, by the way.
What ammo? What are you talking
Oh,
about?
I sent Robbie a message. I said to check his messenger. I sent him ammo. It had nothing to do with Natasha. And then she goes on her stream today
Oh, God.
and says, "Oh, Bill, brutally honest. If you actually," and then she accused me of sending, I think, something to do with her sister.
What? I heard something about that. What was that?
I have no clue, actually, because I don't really follow her.
I saw Lycan's comment, and I don't know what the fuck everybody's talking about. Like something about
Obituary or something.
I don't know, but I saw.
Disgusting. So she says, "Oh, you better not be involved with that." I don't do that shit.
Oh, sorry, Wyoming. Yes, I did talk about Amy every motherfucking night, and just as much as she talked about. No, actually, no. I talked about her more than she talked about me. And I have every fucking right to. Again, I'm a grown woman. I'm an adult. I do what the fuck I want, and I'll say what the fuck I want, especially when it comes to these fucking cunts that are going to be taunting me and talking about me being raped when I was 14 years old by a fucking grown man, serial rapist. Okay, when you start talking about that and accusing me of lying and posting his fucking mugshot, tagging me in it, making videos laughing at me, yeah, I have every fucking right to talk about the bitches every fucking night. And I did. And I might continue. But unless you walk in my fucking shoes, you don't get to tell me that you don't get to fucking tell me shit, actually. If you didn't like me talking about Amy, you should have walked your happy fucking ass the fuck out of my chat. And
Yeah,
not even any one of you's doing that.
and
All of them were egging me on. All of you were supporting me.
yeah, and my opinion on that, Nikki, I'm just going to say this. I wish Canada still had the death penalty, especially for people that did what they did to you.
Oh,
I think he got off easy, in my opinion.
Oh, he absolutely did. He absolutely did. But I don't need to be fucking have that brought up, thrown in my face, made videos made of me, people mocking the situation, people insulting my mother, saying she was unfit. Where was she? How could she let this happen to me? All of that was being said. Don't fucking tell me that I was talking about them. Yeah, the fuck I was talking about them, because why the fuck wouldn't I? You guys may not, you know what? Yeah, great, wonderful. Maybe the people who are saying this, maybe you would have handled it differently, but that's fucking you, not me. I handle shit
just the way I handle it. If you don't like it, you shouldn't have been in my fucking chat supporting me, because all of you motherfuckers were. And you fucking know those bitches were wrong for what they did to me. But now it sounds to me like maybe you're fucking co-signing it. That's what I'm hearing here. That I maybe shouldn't, I went too far with it. There is no too far. There's no too far. If it was a fucking pedophile, which he was, are you saying that I don't have the right to be angry that these two fucking bitches were sympathizing with him? Because they were.
And then the comment under the one post or the one video was disgusting.
There was a lot of disgusting comments, Bill.
The one Amy made. A bus ride with the
Yep. Oh, and they doxed me. Yep, they doxed me. The man that fucking trafficked me when I was like a small child.
Yeah.
They put his name out there.
That's what I'm talking about.
But God forbid I talk about the bitch every fucking night. Okay. Oh, I talked about her too much?
Oh, please.
My apologies. But every one of you, and Scotty was the one that was on my side. Scotty was the one that stood up and said that she didn't fucking agree with that shit, and that the dogpiling that they were doing, they were taking it too fucking far.
Oh, and guess what? Nikki? Guess what Scotty made a video of?
What?
Amy.
Why?
A video dragging Amy. So she can't even complain that you talked about Amy too much.
I don't think Scotty believes that I talked about Amy too much, because Scotty was the one that stood up. Well, okay. I mean, look, if Amy belongs with Natasha Cooper's crowd, honestly, she really fucking does. And now I can clearly see that these people were not who I thought they were. And that's fine. Yeah. That's fine.
Because that argument from some people the same people that go over to Scotty's is bullshit. Because Scotty is putting up videos on Amy.
Scotty was the only one who actually was doing live streams. Well, no, she really did fucking go all the way out. And she's the one that stood up and said, enough is enough. This is not okay. She was the one who was saying that. So how is anybody else going to say that I was doing too much? No, I was defending myself.
Yeah, that refers to Natasha, free spirit. That refers to Natasha trying to make rules for everyone, but she doesn't have to follow them because she already broke her rule of going real life, and she went and she admitted she went real life on Robbie by calling the district attorney's office and sending screenshots to them.
You don't think that pushed Robbie? By the way, Scotty, with that comment Scotty made that I pushed Robbie, Scotty, no. Natasha was dragging Robbie fucking a week ago. Oh, she was. Yes. And Scotty, did you not hear what Natasha said when she made that post about what Robbie was saying about that imaginary child? Natasha was already taking digs at Robbie passive aggressively, the exact same fucking way she was doing to me, and she admitted it. And Robbie knew what she was dragging him passive aggressively. He knew that a week ago. It might have been longer. I'm not sure exactly how long he knew, but he called her out on that. So if anybody pushed Robbie, it was fucking Natasha. But then again, Scotty, you wouldn't know that because you said yourself that you weren't paying much attention to what Natasha was saying. Well, if you think that I pushed Robbie, talk to Robbie and ask, because I don't listen to Natasha. I don't know what the fuck she was saying, but Robbie, maybe not now is not a good time, but at some point, Scotty, you can go ahead and ask Robbie why he was upset with Natasha. And when did Natasha start passively aggressively dragging him? Because it was, I didn't even know she was doing that because I don't listen to her.
Because Robbie actually said on his stream that Natasha was making him choose. And he didn't like that very much.
Well, I can tell you that, I'll say it again. I never went to Robbie, not one time did I have any conversations with him, nor did I ever bring it up to him, anything that was going on between Natasha and I. If I had anything to fucking say, I said that shit publicly, number one. Number two, Robbie had a situation that traumatized him. That didn't just happen 2 nights ago. Okay. This happened like, a week ago. And when he confided in me that happened, that was the focus of our conversations. While Robbie was going through that, do you think one fucking second that I am going to go to him with this shit? No. Fuck no. That is some disrespectful shit. I would never go to somebody who's experiencing that with any kind of fucking bullshit YouTube shit. No. My conversations with Robbie, which there has not been many, because he's right now trying to pick himself up from the fucking ground. Literally, he's trying to put the pieces of himself back together. So no, I would never fucking go to, I know what he's going through. And the last thing Robbie gives a fuck about is what is going on between Natasha and I. Mm-hmm. However, if the bitch is dragging him passive aggressively, which I didn't know anything about, because again, I don't watch her and I wouldn't even pick up on it anyways, because fucking I don't know what the fuck what she was saying about him.
Sometimes Nikki, I put her on mute because I don't want to hear her. I'm focused on the chat.
Robbie said it that she was dragging him passive aggressively. Also, Scotty, in case you missed it, Natasha made a post about how people shouldn't talk about children, blah, blah, blah. All these people, clip channels, everybody else was saying, oh my God, Natasha's calling out Robbie. Natasha publicly said, no, the fuck, she wasn't calling out Robbie. She publicly said that. Now she's changing her fucking tune. Now she's saying, yeah, she was. And how long ago was that post? So Natasha had been having some fucking issues with Robbie like a week and a half ago.
Yep. And this is what I've been trying to say. She's been she had her little stream, in my opinion, today to gang up on him.
She's been going at him. That's what he told me. He told me that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't even want to touch that because I was like, well, at first I thought it was because of me. But I don't know when she made that post about whatever he said about the child. But like I said,
and then she has the nerve to say today, oh, I never cared about him. Of course she didn't.
Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but Scotty's now, so I've been told, threatening to try to take down my channel.
Oh, really, Scotty?
Yes, my chats. Yes, reporting my chats. Yes. What the fuck? How dirty is that? I didn't do shit to Scotty. I did something for Natasha. I didn't know. Why is Scotty acting like a little soldier? I thought Scotty was a fucking independent free agent.
Independent free agent, my ass.
She's out here fucking really, truly fighting for Natasha. I thought, what the fuck does Natasha need fighters for?
Do you need gas money or something again, Scotty?
I did nothing to Scotty. I was nothing but a friend to her. Nothing but a good friend to her. I never involved her in anything. Nothing. But it's her choice. She can say and do whatever she pleases. She is grown. If she wants to make this choice, then that's her decision. That's fine. She can do whatever she wants to do. There's nothing I can do about it. But I think that's fucking dirty.
Yeah, and I do believe her. I do believe her when she says, I never cared about Robbie. I don't think she cares about anyone but herself.
Who?
Natasha.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're wondering, and I'm just going to say, Scotty, if you're wondering what pushed Robbie, it wasn't me. It was fucking Natasha and all the shit she's been saying about him recently. Well, he wasn't even around, by the way. Now, Natasha, this is how I believe what I think happened. Because Robbie hasn't been around, because of what happened to him, Natasha probably believed that he was shunning her or he was avoiding her because of what was happening between her and I. What she didn't seem to pick up on was Robbie was not in my chat either. He was no fucking where. People were starting to notice, where's Robbie at? Robbie hasn't been around any fucking where. Not even on his own fucking on his own channel. Okay? So Robbie was dealing with his trauma. We now know this. That's what he's been dealing with. And during that whole time, now Natasha didn't know. I don't believe she knew, but it was, prior to that, just prior to that, and during that week that she was fucking, dragging him passive aggressively. And I mean, I don't know why she brought up Savannah. Scotty brought up Savannah telling me, I don't even know who the fuck Savannah is. And if she left any comments, I didn't see them.
She probably has another sock account.
She said, okay, Scotty, I have I posted on my, anyway, she made a post and it said something like, Savannah is telling people that Scotty is saying things, but Scotty said she was cloned. Okay. And I was like, okay, I mean, but why would Scotty think someone's telling me this? Like, I would fucking believe somebody coming to me saying, oh, Scotty said this about you. No, I need proof of that. I'm going to need proof. I don't even know who Savannah is. And she said she wasn't in Natasha's chat. I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't see her.
All I'll say is I didn't see her as Savannah. Let's just put it that way.
What?
I didn't see Savannah as Savannah. She must have been under another name.
I don't even know who that person is. I do not know.
She's nobody. She's a troublemaker that hangs out at hookers and bottom barrel chats. So,
well, I don't know what she's been saying about Scotty, but she hasn't been saying it to me.
Well, we all know Scotty does what's best for her pocketbook. She's always done that. She always will do that.
I'll be honest, I've never known. Listen, obviously I got to know her through Lycan's channel and then Robbie's, and we became friends. And I always loved her. I adored her. And then when she stepped up to defend me the way that she did, like I can't even explain to you, because she made a difference. And I'm going to be completely honest. Scotty made a big fucking difference.
I thought she
backed
too.
off.
I thought they
backed all the way off. They fucking stood. They did. And I will always be grateful to her for that. But what's happening now, for her to say that I started this and that, look what I'm doing, I'm just providing Amy and Tiffany with ammo. Well, where the fuck is Amy now? Amy is in Natasha's chat.
Mm-hmm.
Is Scotty going to say anything about that?
No. Of course she won't.
Who's on her panel?
Let me go check.
License just said someone's on her panel.
Let me go check.
What comment caused the following? What are you talking
about? So she has Kim and Crafton, Scotty, Seth, and Christiane.
I don't know Seth. I've seen Christiane. So then I guess it was Scotty that said that. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah. So I guess Scotty was phony all along. That was just a big act, wasn't it, Scotty?
You know what's interesting though is Scotty has always said that the reason she stood up for me is because she saw that I was being bullied. She saw that I was being dogpiled on, and now she's joined a dogpile on me.
She did that to Jamie too. She did that to Jamie, and it was like,
I can't help but think that she somehow believes that I'm friends with Jamie. I just feel like that's got to be part of it. And I'm not.
oh, really, Wyoming? That's rich coming from her. She's no one to judge anyone, especially around here.
Why isn't Scotty like stopping and taking into consideration that Natasha's doing shit? She's not there's no fucking way that Scotty can say that Natasha's not doing these things. She is. I've known the bitch since 2019. Robbie has known her as a friend for years. We know her. Scotty does not know that woman as much as we do.
Well, she knows how she is too, but I think she's just using her like everyone else is. So sucks to be Natasha. I'll just say that.
There's no need for this. She does not need to be. Nobody, look it. I had a problem with Natasha. Nobody else needed to get involved. Nobody needed to take sides. Robbie has a problem with Natasha. That's between them. Why the fuck is everybody getting involved without even knowing the details? Just assume that I pushed Robbie. Come on. If I was going to push Robbie to fucking not be friends with anybody, trust and believe, it would have been Limonade. It would have been Space Monster. There's a few other people that I fucking didn't like that he was friends with. I've never, ever fucking done that to him. But if you guys look, I've already proven that Natasha's when I go live, I'm going to I'm going to show her lies again.
Of course, she always gets debunked. I could probably, if I really wanted to, I probably could just debunk her 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna hold on. Let me just schedule it now because I want to get this out and just show the proof because this is fucking bullshit. I can't. This is crazy. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I could see who's on panel Wyoming. It's always Kim up there, you know? And her abusive husband, you know? And scabies.
I actually made a video about 3 years ago about Natasha and her cult. So this is
I did a few videos actually. If you want some for your website.
Did you?
Yeah.
I might show them.
I had to take them down because I used a software that everyone else was using, and they pinched me for reused content.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it would have to be put up on a .com or something.
So they're all over there, and Amy's over there now. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because guess who's getting piled up on?
Who?
Robbie.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's why she's over there. She's not over there because she likes Natasha. She's not over there because she likes the people in Natasha's chat.
I am speechless. I really am. I don't even know what the fuck to say. 500 people, and that's not a fucking dog pile? Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm not friends with somebody that she wants me to be friends with?
It is sad, Sarah.
I like Scotty too. I've always liked her, but I thought she was like an independent, like strong-minded person. Like I never imagined that she's the kind of person that would follow. Like oh my fuck, I don't even know what the fuck to say.
Yeah,
I'm
actually, I actually saw this coming for days, actually a week or so, Nikki, because
insane.
Siren and the sister are joined at the hip to Scotty.
Well, I'm gonna say I think Siren's the one that fucking started all of this.
Yeah, I think so too. And along with the
Siren is the one that he was the first one that fucking made a public choice, and he's the first one that went into Natasha Cooper's chat and publicly started on me. Siren did that.
Yeah.
And then Missy followed.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and then they're then they're whispering in Scotty's ear, oh, Nikki's this and Nikki's that.
did I push Scotty to go at Amy and Tiffany? Or did she do that? Because she thought, did she do that? Like, as she said that she did that because she saw what was happening and she said it was wrong and she didn't fucking agree with it and it wasn't fair. So did I push her to do that? And if not, then why would she think that Robbie didn't feel the same way she felt?
She was earlier, Rebecca. She was earlier. I do have a screenshot of that, by the way, if anyone wants to see it. All I saw was one comment. But she was over there this afternoon, so... She's not over there now, Rebecca, so... As far as I know. Unless she's over there under a different name. Who knows? Under her little sock puppets.
Well, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is, you know?
Scotty told me, well, she said she was upset because I was giving Natasha or Amy and Tiffany ammo to attack the people that care about me. I don't know. I can't make sense of that. But when I read that, I was really hurt and offended because I thought, what? Why would I care about Amy? And why should anybody, if you're my friend, Amy and Tiffany should be the last bitches on your fucking mind. What about what Natasha's doing? And what about my right to defend myself? Well, my mother died. I'm trying to deal with that, and Natasha's fucking with me.
Yeah, but according to them, oh, Natasha, I love you.
Would you like to see, should I show, maybe Scotty would like to see the obituary? Would that help Scotty? Maybe I should show some photos of my mother to prove to everybody that my mother died. And Natasha decided to start fucking with me.
Yeah, but
does anybody care about that?
But then they'd accuse you of what did they call it?
I don't care. I will show my mother's obituary. I will show the photos. And I will show them all the shit that I was fucking dealing with when Natasha decided that was a good fucking time to start fucking around and poking and poking and poking. Pardon me for losing it. Did anybody ever think to tell that fucking cunt that maybe it wasn't a good fucking time? But like I said before, fuck my mother dying, right? Fuck her. That's the attitude I'm getting from everybody. Fuck that. Who cares? Nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, you guys are all so fucked. You have so many morals, right? Y'all are over there standing up for the right thing. That's great. But yeah, that bitch over there was poking and poking and poking and fucking being passive aggressive, poking at me from start. She started that shit like a day or a few days, a day or two before my mother passed away. But when she fucking found out, and I know she did because she was been watching me, she continued it. Really, hose? What? Oh, that has to be sarcasm. I'm sorry. That I can't even address that.
Okay. Bye. I'm not even gonna address that comment on the screen. I'm not on the screen, but you know what I'm talking about.
Did anybody poke at Natasha? Did I go at Natasha when she was going through that? Nope.
Fuck you, Denise. All right. That's all I have to say.
What did she say, Wyoming? It's okay. I can handle it. I'm used to this by now.
Oh, she just said that you're no victim.
No, Scotty.
Oh. I'm not even paying attention to her anymore. We'll just get reports coming in, you know. Okay, Christiane stepped down. Let's see. Kim's up, Seth is up, and Scotty's up.
Wyoming, what did she say?
Hey, Socket.
Here's Rocket.
Of course she is, Rebecca. She says, I don't come with receipts.
I just want to know what Scotty just said about me.
I come with there's receipts all over my community wall. There, you can go to another stream. Oh, messages are coming in. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Source. I'll play it. All right, we're getting a clip coming in to review. All right, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's just get this up on the screen. Give me a second. Here we go.
And I mean, I've tried to talk to Nikki, right? Like, I've been like, stop. What are you doing? Just stop. I've tried to offer her support. A lot of us did.
I know.
And
That's not true.
I mean, I've tried.
Mm-hmm.
That is not true. She's never tried to talk to me, tell me to stop.
No.
Scotty never came to me about any of this shit with Natasha. Unless I missed it, but hold on, let me check. Go on, play it. You can play it.
Okay. I'm done playing that. That was only 14 seconds. And
That's it?
yeah.
Hold on a second.
So you're going to be a liar now, Scotty?
Okay, that's not true. That is not fucking true. No. 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 No, no, no. No. She never, Scotty never once came to me at all, ever, to talk to me about any of this.
So, Scotty, I
Tell
challenge you
Scotty,
again.
if somebody, no. Scotty should go back into our messages and reread that one small conversation. It wasn't even, it was a few messages exchanged about Natasha. Nowhere does she talk to me. Nowhere does she, not ever. I'm gonna go live, Bill. I'm sorry. I have to address this.
Okay.
So
I've been on for 3 hours anyway, so
how do I get, hold on. I don't even know what fucking browser I'm using for this. Oh yeah, it's okay, you guys. I'm gonna go set up a live. All right, I'll be back. Or well, I'll see you guys if you want to come over.
yeah,
I'm
I'm just going to be a few minutes and I'll see you over there.
all right.
So, Scotty wants to lie. It's very disappointing over there right now. So, I talked about what happened at the beginning before Nikki came up. So, let's just recap before we go. All right. Let's just recap everything that happened. All right. So, Natasha decided to do a stream where everyone was welcome, decided to get everyone that hated Robbie team up. She wanted to team up because, in my opinion, Robbie chose Nikki, not Natasha. This got her infuriated. Natasha, in Robbie's mind, was wrong. So Natasha decided to go down and dirty, decided to be passive aggressive. All right. Decided to go passive aggressive and decided to make comments about his essay, which was totally disgusting, by the way. And then she says there should be rules. All right. Rules. Okay. I agree with some of the rules that she came up with. They were unspoken rules that we had from the beginning. Don't go real life. No attacking people's kids. Simple moral behavior. A directive for dragging someone. Okay. Hey, no getting people's kids and families involved. Keep it on YouTube. Don't make socks of dead family members and go into their chats. No doxing. Yeah, we've always said that, Wyoming. Don't go into chats and dox people or dox people on live stream. Simple rules like that. Yeah, I could agree to on most of them. However, I am highly critical. All right. I am highly critical of Natasha Cooper's so-called rules because I know she's going to break them because she already broke one, the going real life rule. She said she even admitted in the same few minutes that she went real life on Robbie already. So do you think Natasha Cooper's serious? Of course she is. She's going to hold everyone else's feet to the fire but her. These rules apply to everyone else but her. Damn. And then she has the nerves. To say, oh, will Noodle Mash agree to this? Probably not. Well, Natasha can always prove us wrong. She can always prove us wrong. But unfortunately, from what I've seen, she's always going to prove everyone right. So and she has the nerve. And all I see on here is selective outrage. All right. Let's just call it for what it is. They only get angry when someone does something. When it happens to someone that they care about. But if it happens to someone they hate, they cheer it on. And those rules don't even matter anymore. So I wonder how this so-called social experiment is going to actually work. All right. Yeah. So I guess darling Nikki's gonna go and debunk Natasha. So I'm gonna hit the road and I want to meet everyone over there, all right? So thank you for coming. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Oh, and before I forget, I'm just gonna remind everyone that I stream to both Rumble and YouTube. So just think about that before molesting the report button. All right. Thank you. See you over at Nikki's. Bye-bye.